Welcome back. Today we are looking at building friendship as a foundation for a successful relationship and, of course, successful marriage. Now, the issue of friendship is one that is, you know, it's rarely talked about as far as marriage is concerned. You know, building friendship, as a foundation for a successful relationship and a successful marriage. Now, for you to have a beautiful marriage, it starts with building quality friendship. Building quality friendship. Because marriage is a lifelong affair. It's something that's going to last for a lifetime. So imagine being with somebody, that's not a friend, and you have to live with the person all your life. I mean, that would be boring. That would be uninteresting. That would be like a burden. And no wonder so many persons who are married, sees marriage as a burden. It's like they're in a cage, because the person that they sleep on the same bed with every day, the person they wake up and see every morning, is not their friend, right? They have another friend somewhere, some distance away or somewhere else, and that's like making everything boring. Now, for you single brother, who is my primary audience, and of course a single sister that also stumble upon this video or that watch it with a brother, building friendship is very, very important, and it begins from the beginning. What do I mean? It begins before you enter the marriage. If you can successfully do it before entering the marriage, oh, you have succeeded. Some people do it while they've entered the marriage. It's a bit difficult, while you have entered, but it's also possible. I've seen people who have built it even while they have, but it's better to do it before. And how do you go about it? Right? It's the foundation. How do you go about building friendship? The question is, the friends you have, the people you call friends today that are close to you, how did you, contract that friendship? How did you build it? It's the same process. Building friendship is about, trying to be interested in someone who you feel the person, has some qualities you admire, and you are trying to get all the information you want about the person, and you are showing interest in the person, and from there, the person too start to show interest in you. From there, communication increases, and both of you begin to share intimate things, begin to share things that other people do not know about. Why? Because you are now friends. Now, doing it in a relationship that will lead to marriage is something I want to deal with today. Now, most people, when they are ready for marriage, especially for brothers, kingdom people, they don't play around, because the world people play games. But we kingdom people don't play games. When you want to marry a sister, you don't go trying to, beat about the bush. You go straight to the point. This relationship, what I want is marriage. And of course, the sister will say, let me pray. That's the normal style. Let me pray about it. And maybe she'll pray about it, come back and say, okay, I think, let's give it a try. I think the Lord is telling me to move on. Then you people start communicating. Now, the first point is that as you see someone whom the Lord is nudging you to, go and approach or go and meet, you must tell yourself or agree with yourself or, settle it in your mind that you are going to start by building friendship first before getting into, the romantic thing, the married thing. Start with building friends. That means when you see the person the first time and you prayed about it, right? And you get that peace, get that nudge to say, okay, let me approach the person and talk to the person. Of course, for some people, they don't even know how to approach. And that's why I wrote a book called Brother Approacher. And there I began by sharing everything you need to know, even before you approach her, how to approach her, what to tell her, and how to start the conversation, and how to build a friendship, and how to take it to the point of courtship, then marriage. This book, the link is in the description. You do yourself a lot of good by getting a copy, reading it, and everything I'm going to share with you, I'm sharing with you, is inside that book. You get all the detail, and this thing will help you. All right, so let's come back. So now you've prayed about it. You see it's something that, the Lord is telling you, you have peace to go ahead. Don't start by going to tell her, you want to marry her. Because now your focus is to build friendship first. All right? So start by being interested in the person. Just show interest. Every human being loves it when people show interest in them. It's a natural thing. When you show interest in people, that means you are not talking about yourself. You just want to know more about the other person, right? You are doing it in a decent way. Of course, you're a brother. You are not looking for anything. You just want to know more about the person. You want to find out how she's doing. You want to find out what she's doing. You want to find out what's her passion. You want to find out her dreams, her vision. And as you find out those things, you consciously, because you are deliberate now, you're building friendship, you deliberately start to do anything you can do to help her, to assist her. I'm not saying pay her bills, so even though it may be part of it, but remember in one of the videos I shared, I said, if you are not married to a sister, she's not an obligation. Because the world system is when you talk to a lady to do boyfriend and girlfriend, and the person agrees to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, what you do is that you have signed up for free sex. And the man have signed up for paying of bills. So that's the world system. So once somebody approaches somebody and they agree, the lady will now naturally dump all her bills on the man, while the man can, sleep with the woman anytime, any day, anyhow. That's not what we're talking about. This one is that you are building friendship. And building friendship is about, showing interest in the other person and helping that person reach his or her goal in whatever way you can. You are doing this with no strings attached. Remember, even if you finally go to her and talk about marriage and she says no, you are not going to feel bad though. Are you with me? You're not going to feel pain. Why? Because you were just building friendship. So you start from that point. You try to find out more about her. You try to, be interested in her, right? Interested in all that concerns her. You are trying to help her in whatever way you can. It can be knowledge, it can be through, it can be finance, it can be anything, right? But whatever you are doing at that point, there are no strings attached. You are not expecting anything. It's basically friendship you are building. It's not like you do for me, I do for you, you must do for me. No. You are basically doing it to build friendship. If you do that, and that communication continues. Of course, communication is what builds friendship. So communication must continue in an atmosphere of no strings attached, right? You are not going after her because you are looking at her buttocks or looking at her breasts or looking at any other thing about her body. You're basically building friendship. So as you do that, she will be comfortable with you. She'll become very, very comfortable with you, sharing with you, talking with you, spending time with you. As you do that, you're building friendship. It will not get to the point where she can share some personal things with you. On a friendship level, remember, at this point, you have not even mentioned anything about, I want to marry or not want to marry. Because why you have to do this, that when you come in first time and the first thing you're talking about is marry, romance will kick off. And once romance kicks off, it will affect the friendship building. And if it's not well managed, the whole thing may just end up, maybe she looks at you and she feels you are not the kind of person and she says no, the whole thing will just mess up. But if you focus on this friendship and build it, and maybe two of you blends on the level of friendship, you can talk, you can chat, you can share, she sees your heart, sees her. By the time you now get to the level of, okay, this thing makes sense, let me now ask the person, will you marry me? Everything is already natural. This person is already your friend. And if the marriage thing is approved by the Lord and you go ahead, you see that your marriage is going to be different. Why? You are married to a friend. You are married to somebody who can talk to you freely. Somebody who doesn't feel, awkward, doesn't feel ashamed sharing some things with you because both of you are friends. So that is why you must do this. So it is foundational, it is cardinal to having a successful marriage. Remember that if this succeeds, it will be a beautiful marriage because you are staying with your friend in the same house. So both of you can always share things on the level of friendship before you come to the level of couples. All right? This is what you need to do. So if you follow this formula I've outlined, and because they are practical things, they are not things that is just practical, right? So do it and let me have the feedback. Remember that there's a book that have more details, right? If you go to the book, Brother Approach Her, which the link is in the description, you get that book. The book is just like the cost of a cup of coffee or less. You read the book, you're going to get more details, and that book will bless your life. From there, you're going to learn how to build friendship. You're going to learn how to approach the lady when it gets to the time of approaching and talking about, oh, will you marry me? I'm interested in marrying you and all that. You're going to learn how to stay pure even while you do your courtship. You're going to learn how to prepare for the marriage and everything. Everything is outlined in that book and it's practical. I shared from experiences I've gathered in my 10 years, over 10 years of being in marriage and having one of the best marriage any man can ever ask for. So get the book, it will bless you. I'm waiting for your testimony. I want to hear your testimony because I know that God has something special for you. But what God wants is that you follow his way, follow his pattern, because God is the one who instilled marriage and he wants you to be joyful, to be happy getting married. So I want to hear your testimony, and I pray for you that as you follow God diligently, passionately, the Lord will grant you, a beautiful marriage filled with testimony, and you will enjoy what I'm enjoying. And you're going to join this crusade of helping other younger people to have a beautiful marriage. So I'll see you in another video. And of course, I'm waiting for your feedback. Share your experience. If you have any challenge, of course, comment section, and I'll see you again. God bless you.